Welcome to the Drive Network. I am your host, your boy Big Bucks. Today we're blessed with the presence of what I believe to be jack of all trades, right? Founder and owner of a cleaning and detergent company, runs Pooe Foundation, and many more, right? We'll speak to it as we go. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Angel. I've got all your names, by the way. So you tell me. I've got your ID names here. So I wanted to put them up, but I'm like, okay, fine. Let me get permission.
That's totally VIN number, everything.
VIN number plate, everything is out.
Oh, my goodness.
How you feeling?
I'm tired.
Is it?
It's been a very busy year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, it's been very busy. This is actually the first time that I get to relax.
Is it? We honored you relaxing with us as well.
Yeah, I've been now home for 4 months, which feels good.
That's great.
Otherwise, I've just been everywhere.
Yeah, I know, and we'll touch on it. But I think let me jump right into it, right? Let me do this. I want to just get into it. I want to know, like, just growing up, right?
Yeah.
Who was your role model growing up? And, looking back now, how have you made them and yourself proud?
Sure.
Yeah.
Role model.
Yeah.
Definitely my dad. He passed 3 years ago.
Condolences. If it makes you feel any better, I lost my dad this year. Good Friday. So, yeah, literally. But my deepest condolences.
Yeah, well, he was my best friend. And
shout out to dad, man. I love the dad.
He has helped me to step into different fraternities, different fields, right? For an example, soccer. I love soccer because of my dad.
Yeah.
And that's how my academy got birthed.
Correct.
He was the person for me.
Wow. And then you've made them proud and yourself?
Absolutely. I think before he passed, he
said
kept, you see what you're doing. He kept doing the knots. And
some rapport between me and dad. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great, man. And I've seen that there was, I want to call it a play that was directed by Douglas Timani, right? Yes. And it was performed at Grahamstown Arts and Culture Festival.
Yeah.
And just talk me through that role and how it's launched you.
Wow. So I did performing arts at Mabana Mabat in Mafikeng.
Mangope, by the way, sorry. Great
when
stuff.
Mabana Mabat was still the place to be.
Absolutely.
For every artist. I mean, with HP, but I've got thing, and so many other.
But Jonina.
Yes, that's correct. And a lot of other, mostly Botswana, body artists.
Correct.
Came from there. And straight from my matric, I went there and when I did my last performance, I got casted by Douglas Timani as a lead.
Exactly, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. I enjoyed that role. I enjoyed it so much. It definitely confirmed that I needed to be in the industry.
Absolutely. And I want to get into this slowly, right? You've been nominated as Actress of the Year in Ghana, involved in Africa, in the Youth in Africa launch,
yes.
And you've been Woman of the Month in Nigeria,
yes.
right? So you're getting recognition all over. How does that elevate and validate your status and attitude towards life, rather?
Sure. Okay, let me just do a little bit of a correction. I actually won.
Yeah.
Of the year
She's the winner. Listen to me saying nominated, giving you half truth, half baked truth.
The fact that you managed to get that information, I'm actually impressed. I am so impressed. So, I get celebrated more out there than Mohai. I know there's a saying that say that. It's all about prophets that they get celebrated in foreign land.
Correct.
Right? And I feel like that's how I am. That's my life. That's what I'm living now. I mean, I've done a lot of work here in South Africa, but because of the restrictions that I put and how I am intentional about building my who I am in the eye, in the public eye.
Correct.
It then limits me from doing certain things. Therefore, I'm not out there, and it's deliberate. I don't need to be out
Correct.
there. You know, those that are able to recognize will recognize the work must be done, because over and above everything, it's to motivate young people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what we do here at the Drive Network, right? We talk to people that are doing great, like yourself, and hopefully it lands to the right ears and it inspires the youth, right? And I know that you like to do workshops at disadvantaged areas. Why is this important to you?
Do you know a country... Why am I saying country? Let me come back.
Yeah.
Let me come back. I do that deliberately because there's a lot of talent elenko the rural places.
Yeah.
And those people that don't have access to SABC, that don't have access to go to auditions, because most of those things in South Africa, in Joburg.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
There is no one that's going out there to go get them or to recognize their talent, right? So I've been doing that for the past 5 years, and I've helped many of them to come this side to do roles or to shoot ads. And I wish that I can be able to open something, or rather have a production house that can support their talent and nurture it, and then bring them this side, transport them this side to do the work and take them back home until they are able to afford something for themselves this side. Because really, there's a lot of not only in the entertainment industry, but also the soccer players as well. There's so much talent out there.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely. I'm one of the hidden gems that was not discovered from a soccer perspective.
Hella.
Ask my boys, they know. So and I want to get into you mentioned the soccer part, right? You own a sport academy, and I want you to tell me more about it.
Okay.
I also want to know who's your favorite player, stuff like that.
Okay, so I am old school.
Yeah,
I love Kaizer Chiefs.
Cozy for life, baby. We just won, right? And
absolutely.
I was just saying now that the soccer that they displayed now in the last game, the passion they displayed, that's what we've been missing. And if we keep that,
that's true.
Then we bring the glory days back from across the nation, right?
Yeah, that's true. They've actually revived our spirits, and we can now see we are back. We are coming back. I must go look for mine because child.
We are safe now.
Right? Yeah. So it's been soccer, where it comes from. Back to my dad.
Oh wow!
At my father's house. Back in the days, he used to take out the television, and I go stupung, and everybody will come watch TV at my house, and that's where it all started. I mean, I used to look up to Bonel Toffee,
Mokoko.
Oh, no, you know what? Like so many players bakhali, because it used to be so passionate. It wasn't more about. I usually say this to my players. It wasn't more about being known, or rather being in places, or bojalo basadi and all of that.
Absolutely.
They used to focus more on their soccer career, and they were doing that as well. I think I'm going to use this word a lot, deliberately. They intentionally, they made sure their talents speak for themselves. So you look at the players now. I'll talk about the Kaizer Chiefs. Most of the players that aren't in the squad right now, where are they now? Because their focus was in the wrong place.
Correct.
Most of them even lost the things that they had accumulated while they were still playing.
Absolutely.
And now what I'm teaching my kids is that... and my team, not mine. I don't have kids yet.
Okay, shout out. She doesn't have kids yet, so
Yes. So what I'm teaching them is not only soccer, but also we have after-school programs.
Great.
Because what's important for me is education, is for them to excel in school, right? And not only kadibuka, but also kachelete, everything. They need to understand numbers. They need to understand it's important.
Correct.
I mean, growing up, there's certain things that we couldn't do in front of parents,
Yeah.
not just batsadi ba gago.
Correct.
So these are the little things that I'm teaching them, and this is how I grew up. And I think I am the woman that I am today because of the way I was raised.
Absolutely.
There's certain things that doesn't even shake me. Like I don't have to be in certain places. I don't have to force myself into people's throats for me to be known. It's important to understand who I am. Where am I going? Who raised me? How was I raised?
Ooh.
And this is the same things that I'm instilling in my soccer team.
Yeah, it's something close to my heart because I played soccer.
Yeah.
I saw myself as a soccer player.
Yes.
I've been around current soccer players, retired soccer players, and when I grow up, I think my dad was also deliberate about the school part.
Yeah.
Even though he appreciated my talent,
Yes.
I think my surrounding disadvantaged me into really looking into soccer. I'll take back people like Tabang Molefe, Bolaki Taba, Sipho Ninons. I've had that relationship,
Yes.
and I know them, and
Okay.
seeing them growing up playing soccer, coming back home,
Yes.
the old man was like, dig back and you can play but
Yes.
prioritize school.
Absolutely.
So and you touch on something that you do with the boys.
Yeah.
Personally, I do financial literacy for players.
Oh,
I offer that
amazing.
because I want them to really, really understand there's life outside soccer.
Yes.
Soccer is it's a short career.
Very short.
You know,
eh?
you
Very short.
earn. I mean, you start, you don't earn much.
Yeah.
But in the head, you're a celebrity.
Yes.
And you need to spend like a celebrity. At the end of your career, towards the end, you get a big contract. 4-year, 5-year contract, earning much, earning 200, 300. You spend it every month.
Yes.
Post that is a problem.
Yes.
So financial literacy is very key from a soccer perspective. But
100%.
I know you're not just a soccer person, right? I just want to know where this love for sports comes from, because I understand there's 100 meters, there's netball. Which one is the favorite?
So I've always been active in school, right? Back in school. So I think it also helped me. I think if I get to have kids, I'll also keep them busy with things at school. I used to be a netball player. I used to be a 100-meter sprinter, and I was always on stage as well. These are the things that shaped me into being the person that I am. And also, I think it also helped me to be in different stages and not. Every time I go on stage, obviously,
Yes, that must be there.
I was exposed from a young age.
Correct.
So all of these things shaped me into the person that I am today.
Correct. And I do a lot of public speaking. Last week I was at the Smart Procurement World Ndaba, where I did an opening and welcome.
Amazing.
And the nerves are there when you start.
Yeah.
It should be there. And I always tell the guys that are struggling with public speaking,
Yes.
they will always be there.
They will
But
always
once you're
be
there, you
there.
just get to be yourself, right?
Yes.
And I just want to touch base a bit on you now. You do a lot of soccer, sport. There's just that boy element. Do you share the same sentiments even with cars? And if it is a yes, what's your favorite car and why?
Funny enough, no.
Oh, that's the boy element that's missing.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I've always been, maybe because of being spoiled by my dad.
What did daddy do?
Even though I'm very independent, my dad would make sure that certain things they are done.
Oh.
And these are the things that I do not want to. It doesn't matter how hard I work, how successful I am. There's certain things that even as a woman, I leave for a man. Right? Because the problem is, we want to be so independent.
Correct,
We want to be
correct.
able to do everything. Sometimes I don't want to be able to open that little jar,
Correct. Then you have somebody to come, even if it's almost open. You're like, come on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's that. Cars, I'll definitely say, not really.
Not really. You don't even have a favorite?
Okay. I think a Maserati.
Oh, that's the correct brand. That you see, that's a correct brand.
But I also think that I'm a little bit of a junkie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drive myself. I have a driver.
Nice. Listen to that. Levels.
Yeah, but I tried. I thought I was gonna own a superbike.
Oh
Like, I
no!
always
Oh
thought my
no!
mom-
I'm against that.
Really?
I'm against
my
that.
mom. Okay, I started with a scooter. I do have a scooter, and I thought.
Yeah.
She'll be okay, and she's like, Nana, no.
And I'm saying it on Mama, I support you. No.
Yeah.
And then just take me back to your upbringing. You know, how do you grow up? Do you always know that you want to be this general dealer?
Wow. Sure, I was raised beautifully. I come from a home in Lerato. Like my mom and my dad, they loved each other for years, for decades.
Wow,
like,
man.
I saw how my mom respected my dad.
Proper stuff.
I saw how my dad loved my mom.
Oof.
That was so beautiful. And I just wish that, now so many things are happening and we forget.
Correct.
And that's the formula that worked for our parents. And if we apply the same things, it will work for us as well. In a very loving home, and where we supported each other as a family, and they didn't really support me being an artist. Me being an
you get that.
Why?
You get that. You just want the best for your child, all right?
I know. I know. Yeah, they wanted me to study chemical engineering.
Yeah, good choice by the parents, by the way.
Well, it didn't work. I'm sorry, parents. It didn't work. But I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with how my life has played out.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that through everything that I do and have accomplished, there's so many young people that I not only mentor, but those that are looking up to me.
And
So-
why would you not look up? You mentioned something about Khodiso Entle from a loving family,
Yes.
and how we've diluted that in today's life, right? And I think there's a program I also run from, it's more like a boy child.
Okay.
So I think the major focus today is always on the girl child.
Yes, that's true.
And now I'm saying, who's getting the boy child ready that one day you're going to be able to handle a relationship with a woman that earns more than you?
Ooh.
Who gets the boy child ready for that? And that you can still be the head of the house even
Yeah.
if you don't make the biggest money.
Yeah.
You can be the head even if you don't have the biggest personality.
Yes.
Because women are out there now, and there are programs, whether it's corporate, whether it's in media,
Yeah.
we doing that woman empowerment.
Yes.
But we also getting the boy child to say, it's not the money that makes me the man.
Yes.
I don't necessarily not have to do anything. I have to be the best of me, but still understand that I am the man.
Yes. I love that.
So,
that.
yeah.
Oh my God. You know what? I'd like to invite you to, because I also bring my players to Mkama Joburg to either play with another team.
Yeah.
Side. Like Team Kazande has a team as well that would play with my boys. And then I would have like a camp for them. So I would like people like yourself
Yeah.
to come and speak to them, because I'm a woman. There's certain
Correct.
things that I cannot touch.
Absolutely.
There's certain things, even though I somehow saw how a man should be through my dad
Yeah.
and my brothers now. There's certain things that I think you can share with them that could be very good for them.
No, definitely. We'll do that. But today is about you, not me.
Yeah.
Let's leave
That'll
me.
be great, yes.
Tell me, what's your first ever campaign, and that you got, and what's the lessons that you've drawn from it?
Whew. The first campaign was with a bank. It was back in the day. When Bo Notify Me, Bo Cell Phone Banking came in.
Bobo, please call me.
Hey, khale kwa, o itse keng. That was then, and And I didn't know that outside of the entertainment industry, I can actually expand to using some of the things that I learned in the industry and apply them in another world. And it worked.
Correct.
And that made me to understand that there is nothing that I cannot achieve.
Wow.
There is nothing that if I know now that anything that I put my mind to, I can definitely achieve.
It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind.
It is. I like that you're saying that because there's a book called The Secret.
Wow.
I used to read that book back in the day.
I'll get myself a copy, The Secret.
Please,
Okay.
and apply it, and you'll see things happening. Obviously, you also include God in
Correct.
it.
No, definitely.
But that's one of the books that literally changed my life.
Wow.
Because it actually put your mind in a way that it gets you in a space where you believe that you can be anything.
Correct.
You can work towards something and you will achieve it just by changing the way that you think, the way that you use the things that you say about yourself. Like I promise you, if you get that book, please read it. Because another thing that we do is that we buy a lot of books and we don't read them.
Yeah, definitely. You just put them on your shelf. Your study looks great, but look, I'm guilty. I'm guilty to some extent.
We don't read the books we buy,
Yeah,
and it's not
yeah.
a good thing. By the way, I'm editing a book. My first book's gonna come out before the year end. So
Tell us
I'm
about the
excited.
book. What's the book going to be called, and when will it be out?
Okay, the book is called Decoding the Mystery Called the Future.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm stepping into us understanding how God envisioned Earth, how He wanted things to be. So I'm tapping into your talents. I'm speaking about your talents. I'm speaking about the challenges and how to overcome them, and how do you incorporate God in everything.
Correct.
Right? I'm a child of God. Like
God
I'm
of
nothing
much
without
more,
God.
man. God of
I
much
am
more.
Nothing without God. But in my book, I'm trying not to be too deep, because a lot of people, I think after COVID, there's so many people that don't go to church.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to be too deep in the book, but to also to remind people that the favor of God can take you from places to places. I saw it through me. I mean, I go to different parliaments of different countries, and it's only God, because I'm just a young woman from a village.
Absolutely.
Right? I work with presidents. I work with I don't understand. Sometimes I'll be like, God, what exactly do you want me to be?
Yeah. And you know, it's like you were in our WhatsApp group. I've got a group with close gents. These are my brothers.
Okay.
And we spoke about God this morning.
Oh, wow.
How God has chosen us amongst others.
Yes.
He's chosen us.
Wow.
And that's powerful, right?
Yes.
And you know what? Without God, then you nothing.
That's true.
You mentioned
That's true.
the mind. I
Yes.
said last week at the conference that transformation is not a future event. It is a present activity.
Yeah.
And if you don't transform, nothing gets transformed if you don't transform your mind.
This is true.
So people need to know that we can be anything that we want to be,
Yes.
if only you manifest and manage your mind, right?
100%.
But I want to know, what can you tell a younger version of yourself, knowing what you know now? What would you tell a younger version of yourself?
Sure. Don't change.
Oof.
You know, we come to the big cities
Correct.
and we want to adopt. We want to change to fit in.
Correct.
We forget how we are raised. And I see that with a lot of ladies that I went to school with. And not just ladies and men as well. We come to this place. I mean, the lights are brighter. The fashion, people drink certain things.
Yeah, it's a party.
You know,
Josie lights.
there's no people don't have peace within.
Correct.
They just want to it's actually sad, hey?
Yeah.
I was saying to someone that it's so bad that when you're walking at Sandton City, you hear people in their silence saying, look at me, do you see me? Do you see my shoes? Do you see the label that I'm wearing? Do you see, in their silence, because people are they're so hungry for attention. I mean, you're sitting at a table with someone that's sitting across can try to lock eyes with me, whether you're my partner or not, but they just trying to, do you see that I see you, kind of a thing.
They want acceptance of some sort.
You understand? Whereas thing, those things that don't matter.
Absolutely.
Something as simple as go dumedisa motho. Here, I got shocked when sometimes you would greet people and they like.
Yeah. you know, you say that. I still get this, and I don't think there's nothing special. There's anything special about it. I go into the barber shop where I cut my hair, and I get in and I greet everyone.
Yes.
And Sobe man, Hyde Park, and people are like, why do you greet everyone? This guy, people come in, they do what they do, they pump. I'm like, it's just who I am, nothing special. And it's important that you say that when we come to Joburg, everybody now is this big shot, and they seek acceptance, but it's a common trend. But what can we say? We have people like you changing the how we should be viewing it.
Right.
And I think there's also a lot of pressure from a social media perspective with a lot of ladies in particular, because there's a certain lifestyle that you need to show on the gram that I'm living this lifestyle, and sometimes it's really sad to see it, because when I see it and I know the person, I can appreciate that this is not self-provided. The fact that the provider is not shown, it also gives some sense of how deep did we have to go into the higher ages. But it's just me. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Sure. And also another thing is people forget where they come from. Sometimes even though but you'd find that there's certain things that you can change.
Absolutely.
When the person dies and we go to bury them where they come from,
then you're like, wow.
It doesn't.
Ke matlhotlhapelo ke Setswana sa mantota.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's good.
I'm so sorry. Ke Motswana. So it we need to everybody keep complaining about black tax, but if you do things right and if you set things in order, you won't feel it.
Yeah.
Because you actually have agreed with them, mama, I can only afford this
much.
This much.
Open discussion.
Open discussion than you not doing anything at all.
Wow.
At all. You cannot be wearing diaparo tse expensive, whereas your mom doesn't even have proper shoes.
100,000.
You understand?
Yeah.
And those things, you're gonna wear them twice and will be like, I wadiabi.
And you can't wear them again because you can't take pictures again.
Like, no.
Oh my goodness. There's a track, You Are Who You Are. I think we should play it on this episode because, don't change, it says.
Absolutely,
don't change.
100%.
But yeah, man, where can the guys find you? Where can we find you if we're looking for this great service? And look, it might be for the company, it might be for you. Where can we find you and where can we see your additional work?
All social media platforms. Nah, give us strawberry lips. What?
Wow, strawberry lips.
No. I am Angel Boy on all social media platforms. All of them. Even you can Google everywhere.
Awesome.
Same names.
Awesome. Yeah. No, Angel, I want to have a bigger discussion than this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will definitely do something. Absolutely. It's for sure. It's guaranteed.
Absolutely.
And yeah, thank you ever so much for making time for us. We really appreciate you, and we appreciate what you're doing for the younger generation that's coming after you, even the older generation.
Yeah,
and I think mine is just to inspire one person a day, then my job is done. God of much more. Yes. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you so much. I want to say shout out to Mike.
Big Mike.
Look, Mike is amazing. He's one of the people that
too much.
Mike
Too
much.
Mike
will get you anyone that you want.
Definitely.
Especially in this country.
Yeah.
If you want to get something, go through Mike.
That's my man. Big Mike, we got you, man. We got you.
And also, I'm also an ambassador of Women Can, which is a platform that celebrates what women are doing. Outside of, you said something earlier, you help the boys.
Yeah.
As much as I'm helping and I'm paving and celebrating women on the other side, I also enjoy the fact that I'm helping boys.
Great.
Because we forget.
Stuff. Absolutely.
We forget as well.
Yeah.
And I want to say shout out to Women Can as well and everybody that follows me.
Women Can? Shout out. Do call us to do Boy Can. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. It's been so lovely. And next time re tla re bua Setswana fela. Sure.
Yes.
Hey, tada.
This is Bogan Man Radio.